What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Unfortunately, I come to you guys today with another I got scammed video. So I am going to get my money back. Don't worry about that. But I did want to tell you about this scam that the seller tried to do to me. And Mike Kosa told me not to, buy this. Although he told me after I technically already bought it. I told him after where I bought it. He's like, dude, you should have done that. So basically, I bought it off eBay. Now, I bought it from this seller. You'll notice their feedback is now 96% because I just left negative feedback advising people they're a scammer. But they had, as you can see, lots of positive feedback, like over 75, although they're a member since April, and a lot of their items were very cheap, $20 items. So I don't know if they were just selling this to their friends and then they were hoping, hey, let's sell a hot item at a cheap price and try to maybe just run away with the money. So here's the thing, as far as I know, eBay's going to hold on to this money until it's delivered to me. So they can't just run away with the money. They have to deliver the item. And I never got my item. I've already opened a claim with eBay. I just got off the phone actually with them and they opened a claim for me because it shows, if on eBay's website, it shows arriving by October 2nd. And I can't open a claim technically online until then, but if you call eBay, you can open a claim immediately. So that's what I've done. Now, basically what happened is, the reason I bought this, so it was priced at $4,000 shipped, plus tax, $4,200 for me, which is a great deal for Infinity Sue's Wonder Woman. Now, they sent me tons of pictures. They sent me COA, pictures of the bus and everything, and it looked legit. Everything looked legit. They were communicative. Everything was going great. And then, so I decided to buy it. And I paid them August 8th. Took them a week before they gave me a tracking number. To this day, that tracking does not work. So they gave me a bad tracking or never shipped or whatever. And after 2 weeks of it not working, I asked them, hey, what's going on? This tracking number doesn't work. Did you drop it off with China Post yet? They responded saying, oh, my bad, we gave you a wrong tracking number. Then they gave me a different tracking number. The second tracking number showed as a small packet, not a typical, tracking number you'd get for, what would be a large box for a life-size bust. It showed under 4 pounds. I questioned them on this. They immediately said, this is a error with the post office, so don't worry about it. I'm like, okay. Now, at this moment, I had already anticipated I'm getting scammed. So I expected this. So I got exactly what I expected, more or less. There's, and I can actually show you guys my conversation real quickly. Let me just see if I can find it. Anyways, yeah, so they immediately post me back saying, yeah, like, check this out. So I said, package doesn't show dropped off yet at China Post. Tracking does not work. Usually this is when I have a statue shipped China Post, it should work within 1 to 3 days. Any ideas why? Did you drop it off? Friend, very glad to receive your letter. I send the project within 48 hours. The project will arrive on time. Thank you. And then he asked the post office about the size, because I asked him about that in this message. He said, they told me it was a mistake in the post office. Don't worry. Thank you. As you know, their English is very limited, and this is always typical of scammers. Yeah, and of course, I asked them about the bus. Just lots of frickin', the communication just never was that very good. Anyways, so the tracking number, the second one they gave me, it ended up getting delivered in Florida today. I messaged the seller. Of course, they go dead silent once there's a true issue. Sent them 15 messages today, 0 replies. It's, plenty of time in China right now. It's mid-afternoon, so they've obviously seen my messages. Everyone carries their cell phone everywhere. And I find no excuse for not responding to messages on weekend. Or, technically today's Friday, so when I'm filming this. But nevertheless, they've gone dead silent. I'm not waiting until October 2nd to open a claim. So I called eBay. I told them my scenario, and they opened a claim for me. And she said, within 3 business days, I'll get my money back. So, unfortunately, you fall to these scenarios where the price is too good to be true. Unfortunately, you're not going to get it. Because when you do look at Infinity Studios Wonder Woman bust on eBay, it goes for $7,000. You know, like, look at this. Every one of these, 7, 8,000 plus 1,000, 2,500 shipping. You don't find it for $4,000 on eBay. You find this one, which is probably another scam. You know, you look at this, another too good to be true. Yeah, there's no way it's $3,500 for this. And they all use the same photos as well. Yeah, like my seller used this exact same photo, actually. Exact same photos. They sent me a message. 66, that's the exact same number as well that they sent me. 66. No joke. So obviously this seller, probably, you know, 100% feedback. Let's check out their profile. March 24, 2022. Lots of probably smaller, cheap $20 items they sell to their friends. So I can guarantee whoever's going to buy this, you're going to get scammed. You know, just another example, because my exact Wonder Woman bought was all these exact same photos and same COA. It's probably the exact same seller. Maybe what they're doing is they're creating a bunch of small eBay accounts, building up some feedback so people will trust them and spend this much money. And I don't know if maybe eBay is releasing the money and they get it and then they just say, screw it, I don't care what happens to this account, I got my money, and they try to bounce. I mean, as far as I know, they're going to hold on to the money, but nevertheless, this is definitely a scam. You know, I think if you buy any of these ones, you're probably going to get it. You know, like this one is probably the cheapest here. I wonder if it's the same photos. You know, like this photo is definitely not the bust you're going to be getting. None of these are going to be the bust you're getting. You know, and this seller doesn't have perfect feedback. One thing you got to watch with Wonder Woman is you don't want batch 2, because batch 2 sucks. Yeah, see, this person has way more communication. You know, and they do have 2 negative feedbacks. Yeah, I mean, this person's definitely more likely you're going to get that. And look, they're selling more expensive items. They have a lot of feedback, so you're probably going to get the item here. So still, $6,200 plus $1,500 plus tax. You're spending $8,000 plus to get this, and it's just honestly not worth that. I don't think any bust is worth $8,000, as good as busts are. But yeah, they all use the same photos. So more of the story, if it's too good to be true like that and you're seeing a killer bust for a cheap price, don't buy it, it's a scam. I saw even recently, honestly, another seller who claims they had Harley Quinn Infinity Studios bust in stock, and they would have sold it to me for like $2,500. And I asked for photos, they couldn't give me anything. And then they also were selling Infinity Studios Superman, which they did have photos, because, you know, photos of him were everywhere, and Bruce Lee for like $1,200, apparently legit. I was tempted to buy it, but I didn't. I'm glad I didn't, because of course it would have been another scam. I'm honestly not going to buy any more expensive items unless it's from a legit person, because every time I do, I tend to get screwed over. From the original, even Sean HK situation to frickin' Resin GK and now eBay. So unfortunately, just in times when you really want something, you get kind of desperate, and so you make stupid decisions. I really want Infinity Studios Wonder Woman bust. I really do. Now he's even gonna, you know, could have used that as leverage to get the T1000, but so I don't know if I'm gonna get Infinity Studios Wonder Woman bust at this point. There is another seller I technically can get it from, but again, it's extremely fishy scenario. It's a seller out of France who apparently, I believe he does drop ship, but anytime you order an in-stock item from him, it takes 2 months before he can actually even get you tracking. So he asks for a deposit. Like, he says he's selling the T1000 for like $5,800. And he says, pay me a deposit of $1,000, and then in 2 months, once it arrives at my warehouse, then you can pay it off, then I'll get you tracking. And I'm like, why the heck would it take 2 months to get to your warehouse? And the warehouse apparently is within China. It takes a month to get from China to the United States. You could travel the frickin' world in that time frame, yet he wants me to wait 2 months before he can even start to ship it. And that to me is just way too freaking shady. I do not like that. I do not trust it. But the crazy thing is he does have some collectors vouching for him. But I simply just cannot, I cannot. I'm done. I want, when I pay for an item, especially if it's like a $4,000 bust, I want tracking within, honestly, 3 days. If you can't give me tracking within 3 days, refund me. I'm so sick of all these scammers out there. It's getting so ridiculous. So I probably won't buy from that French guy who also claims he has a Cinemaquette Terminator for $1,500. And he told me he got it directly from Cinemaquette. I contacted Cinemaquette and they said absolutely no way do we have any in stock and we're providing it to people. So that's a straight out scam lie right there. So anyways, moral of the story, if it's too good to be true, don't buy it. So this is just another unfortunate situation I got myself into. On a positive note, I got $4,200 back, so I can either A, put that towards my pre-orders, B, buy Bruce Lee bust, it's 10% off this weekend, or C, get Hulkbuster or Bumblebee bust, or Berserker Predator by Infinity Studios, or D, just try to find Infinity Studios Wonder Woman bust again. Likely have to be paying a lot more money though, which I don't want to do. So I think I might just stick with my Queen bust, which I still do absolutely love. And on a positive note, with keeping Queen, which does look amazing, I can keep this Wonder Woman here and have the full league. And I'll likely have to do Shazam and Black Adam over there. Just do Darkseid, Steppenwolf, Harley bust, and save my money. So I'll probably just end up doing that. But I still don't know if I want to get Bruce Lee busts. I've always had a hard time displaying my Bruce Lee statues. Kind of feel like they just don't fit with anything other than Bruce Lee. Unless you do like a classic 80s nostalgia, 80s, 90s nostalgia wall. I thought about that, honestly. But I'll go into detail on that in another video, I suppose. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So if any of you are looking at that Wonder Woman on eBay, don't buy it. Trust me, it's a scam. You're not going to get it. So, and also, if you are in a situation like me, don't wait the time frame. Like, if I waited until the ability to open a claim on eBay, I'd have to wait till October 2nd. That is a whole month away. So by calling eBay, I saved myself a month of waiting. And I already got the email, the claim is opened, and I'll have a refund by September 9th. So, yeah, that's great. But that is it, though, folks. Lesson learned. So definitely have to, there's always pros and cons to lessons like this. So I learned a lesson. I'm not out of any money, but I did have a little bit of hope that was given up, so that's disappointing. Although I did go into this with expectations of getting scammed, so I'm not super disappointed. Where the life-size Endo, I was pretty excited and, got scammed there. So expectations really does determine happiness or sadness, disappointment. If you're expecting something and you get it, you're happy. If it exceeds your expectations, you're way happy. But if you don't get expectations met, you are therefore disappointed. So you always have to set expectations. I do it in everything in life. When I buy a statue for a certain amount of money, I have certain expectations that I want met. And that's what makes me happy, sad, disappointed in life. That is it, though, folks. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. And trust me, this is not going to happen again. Later.